welcome to another video. My name is Maggie and today we're going to be making baked zucchini with a Meyer lemon aioli with some tomato and basil on top. So delicious. This is one of my favorite snacks. So we'll go ahead and get started by turning our oven to 375 degrees. So we'll get started by chopping up our zucchini into little chips. Want to cut off both ends. And we'll go ahead and do them in about ½ inch to ¼ inch pieces. That should work just perfectly. I'm just using one zucchini today because I'm only making these as a snack, but you can definitely, cut up multiple zucchinis if you want to make this a meal or if you're serving it for lots of people. So now for our breadcrumb mixture, I'm going to use 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. I'm going to sprinkle in some garlic powder. I'm going to sprinkle in some onion powder. I've got some oregano, and I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oregano in here. And some basil, and I'm going to also put about a teaspoon of basil. In a separate bowl, you're going to pour in about a cup of almond or soy milk. Today I'm using almond milk. And then in another bowl, go ahead and pour in about a cup of whole wheat pastry flour. So now that we've got our almond milk, flour, and breadcrumbs and our zucchini chopped up, we're ready to get our chips going. So you're going to want to first dip in the flour. Make sure it's nice and coated and then dust it off. And then dip in the almond milk. And then from there, dip into the breadcrumbs and get it all covered in the crumbs. And then put it on the baking sheet. And make sure your baking sheet is lined with parchment paper so that the zucchini does not stick. So our zucchini is ready to be popped in the oven, and we're going to go ahead and bake this at 375 degrees for about 30 minutes. So we just popped our zucchini in the oven, and while that's baking, we'll go ahead and get started on our toppings. So I've got 2 gorgeous heirloom tomatoes here, and I'm just going to go ahead and slice these up about half of the size that I sliced my zucchini up. Don't want too thick of tomatoes. And onto our fresh basil. So I've got some garden fresh basil here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the leaves from the stems and dice this up. It smells so delicious. I absolutely love the combination of tomato and basil. So good. And go ahead and dice. So our basil is all diced up, our tomatoes are sliced, and we'll go ahead and get started on our Meyer lemon aioli. So for our Meyer lemon aioli, we're gonna need about 1/4 cup of vegan mayonnaise. And we're gonna do 1/2 of a nice juicy Meyer lemon. Go ahead and squeeze that in, making sure that you've taken out any seeds. One clove of garlic. And if you don't have a garlic press, I highly recommend that you get one. This is one of my absolute favorite kitchen tools. And about 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. And just go ahead and give it a nice stir. And done. It should be pretty thin. So our zucchini is all done baking, and we're ready to go ahead and assemble a couple of these guys. I'm so excited. So for our first layer, we're just gonna put a little bit of our aioli down. And then put on a tomato. And then a nice, kind of a generous layer of aioli. And top it with some of our fresh basil. Perfect. So we are all done here today. Our zucchini bites look and smell delicious. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay vegan, babes.